Well, Sagittarius, I think you'll be pleased to note that you are going to get happier. It's the last month of the year 2017. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au, and I want to draw your attention primarily to where it's all happening in the celestial environment, and that is in the sun sign of Sagittarius. Take a look. The sun returning to its base position with Venus straight after on the 1st, also entering into this, what we call a stellium, Mercury, Saturn, Sun and Venus. Mercury stationary there after the 3rd, going red there means it's ready to go backwards. Apparently so. This is called a retrograde position, and these are the stations of Mercury. So what does it mean? It's interesting, I've just missed a very pertinent event there while I was talking about Mercury, and that is the full moon taking place in your relationship sector. There it is there, right opposite here, with a lot of energy compounding here with that retrogression of Mercury, a full moon in your marital sector. That's the critical relationship part of your horoscope. Uranus over here also giving some electrically powerful but positive vibrations to this combo here. So you're excited about what's possible, but maybe confused. And Saturn does indeed, and has for the last couple of years, made things a little more serious than you would like. Also with this combined Sun-Saturn, what I'd call the responsibility combo, you're probably feeling the weight of your career on your shoulders here. The good news I wanted to give you is that you are going to get happier. And that's as a result of this planet making a move out of this sector shortly. Let's see what happens prior to that though, because it's a really interesting series of transits this month. Keep your eye out on Mars, another friendly planet to you, moving out of the combative arena of your friendships, while Mercury continues its retrograde motion. It's interesting that Jupiter, your ruling planet's been in the 12th house. That hasn't helped. Saturn inhibiting the sun sign, your ruler in the 12th house of low-key activities. You're going to be more spiritually inclined after the 10th when Mars moves here, as you just saw it do. That's going to come into conjunction with your ruler later on in the month. That gives you the dynamic energy you need to do some serious soul searching. Saturn has been the cause of that, but take a look here. I'm going to give you a hint. It's around the 20th. It'll move out of here, bringing with it a much, much clearer vision of what you want, even though Mercury is still retrograde. There's the kicker there with the moon transiting into that 12th house as well. A reactive combo, but it's positive as well. That shows you're going to be dynamically introverted, wanting to find out what's making you tick, what's making your relationships tick. You see here Mercury happens to rule your 7th house, which is the domain of your marital affairs, your relationships, your business partnerships as well. And look at the power of all of these triangular aspects focusing in on your sun sign. Venus, Mercury, these two planets are very nice in terms of their influence on your marital affairs. The Sun to some extent as well. But until we see the exit of this planet, Saturn, you're going to be doing a lot of soul searching here to try to work out how to better improve your relationships, but more importantly, how to improve that self-talk, that relationship with yourself. Here we see the moon moving out of here. Another important celestial transit will take place around the 18th, and that is the new moon. Once again, we saw the full moon in your relationship sector around the 3rd, and then this new moon, bang, just there on the 18th and 19th, passing the full moon here, again, throwing to your 7th house a lot of the influences of this retrograde Mercury, rethinking your approach. It's a very dynamic combination of planets. It's not necessarily bad, but it's going to be much nicer on the 20th, when just after the moon exits with that new moon, Saturn also here, just sneaking out after 2.5 years. There it is, the 20th. That, my friend, is going to make you feel so much better. See the shift here? on around the 22nd, the Sun also joins Saturn there in the second house. Again, the responsibility combination. And these planets are going to, firstly, the Sun make contact with obsessive and transformative Pluto in your finance sector. Saturn will do that next year. We'll get to that in the new year. And then here, your Sun sign is left with the really, really nice combo here, Venus. And at last, thank God, you thank your lucky stars, and that's what they are. Mercury going forward again on December 24, one day before Christmas, just as Mars and Jupiter combine here. A big shift away from your self-concern, your relationships concern, to finances here. 26th, 27th. So that's where the shift is. Your Christmas spirit here. Just go back there a little bit. We just see the moon around the 26th was favourably placed here in the domestic sector. Just 25th and 26th. So that's quite nice. There can be some confusion around Christmas Day there. You see the close conjunction of the Moon and Neptune. There are some favourable aspects, but maybe it's more maybe a bit of fogginess, maybe too much to drink. Any number of things can be related to this Moon and Neptune conjunction. Moon is the mother as well, so there could be some issues lingering there with the maternal side. Children are activated by the 5th house. A lot of joy and fun. And around that 27-28 mark, when Moon comes into conjunction with Uranus, some unforeseen events, some change in plans or scheduling. Be prepared to have a backup plan on that day. 6th house, health issues on the 29th and 30th, but the Moon swings back into your relationship sector to make a nice close to 2017 with it being there. Again, there's a bit of a square aspect to Neptune, so sort out any maternal issues with women, relatives, sisters and girlfriends, that type of thing. But all in all, that's nice to see the Saturn exit your sun sign, giving you scope now to move into 2018 full steam ahead. Look forward to your company in the new year. In the meantime, Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget to pop in at astrology.com.au for loads more information on the stars, your planets, and more good things to come. Bye-bye.